today I'm going to talk about chapter 4 of the Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 4 is the Yoga of Wisdom. Now, as I told you yesterday that I'm going to break the shlokas so that you get a complete feel as to what is happening in the beginning, in the middle and at the end. Chapter 4 has 43 shlokas. And today I'm going to basically talk about the first 10 shlokas. Now the first 10 shlokas is where actually Krishna in the form of Bhagavan talks to Arjun about who he is, about the kind of knowledge that he is going to impart. Now you have to remember that in the Mahabharata, in the great epic Mahabharata, Krishna and Arjun were primarily friends. They were co-warriors. They had done a lot of things together. Draupadi, Arjun's wife, is Krishna's best friend, and Draupadi can bank on Krishna at any time. There are beautiful stories about that. Subhadra, Arjun's most beloved wife. Subhadra is Krishna's sister, and when Arjun fell for her, Arjun went and told Krishna that look, I like her. So it's that kind of a relationship. Now, before the Kurukshetra battle, Arjun becomes extremely jittery. That, oh my God, why am I even fighting this battle now? Because there are my people. Now when that happens, it's Krishna who is giving Arjun the strength. It's Krishna who gives Arjun the strength to kind of understand that there's some things much bigger than what we are at this moment. And then he goes from one chapter to the other to the other. Now chapter 4 is about, again, a way of life. And what's very nice is that initially Krishna tells Arjun that, look, I come from somewhere else. We might be friends, but I'm the eternal being. It goes like this. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Imam Vivasvate Yogam Proktavanaham Avayam Vivasvan Manave Praha Manur Ikshvaka Vibrit Evam Parampara Prapta Evam Parampara Prapta Imam Rajarshayo Viduhu Sakale Neha Mahato Yogo Nashta Parantapa. So he says that I have given this knowledge to Vivaswan. And who is Vivaswan? Vivaswan is the sun god. I have given this knowledge to Vivaswan. Vivaswan has in turn again given this knowledge to Manu. And Manu is the first man. And then it came down through the generation. However, Sakale Neha Mahato Yogo Nashta Parantapa. However, while this knowledge was coming down generations, it got somewhere lost. And I'm going to impart this kind of supreme knowledge. And then he says that Sa evam mayate dhyayogaha pura proktanaha puratanaha. So he says that I'm going to give this very, very, very ancient knowledge to you. And then he says Bhaktosi me sakha cheti rahasyam hetaduttamam. That you're not only my friend anymore, you're also my disciple. Bhaktosi me sakha, sakha, bhakt. And this is the disciple of eternal knowledge. So you're not only my friend, I'm giving you this knowledge because right now you are my disciple too. Establishing the equation between the both of them. And then Arjun says that, come on, I know that you can't be older than the sun god. Because he was still, thinking that, what is this? And then he says, aparam bhavata janma, param janma vivasvataha. How can you be older than the sun god? Tell me, And it says, katham etad vijaniyam, tvam tadav proktavaniti. Tell me, how can you be older than the sun god? And then Sri Bhagavan says that I've been born forever, for generations. Before the creation of time, I have been born. And then the very, very, very famous shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. I mean, there are some standard Bhagavad Gita shlok, and of course this is very, very, very famous. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya cha dushkrita dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. That every time there is a wrong, I come to balance it. Every time that there is chaos, I come to balance it with order. And through this, he's talking about the eternal law of balance. That destruction will always be balanced with creation. Chaos will be always balanced with order. Mayhem will always be balanced with discipline. So, yes, chapter 4 becomes very important because here he first talks about what is this knowledge. This knowledge is not something which is just suddenly evolved. This knowledge has been there from the beginning of creation, and the knowledge which will be shared in the next few shlokas. This knowledge has been forever there. Number 2, he talks about the fact that he is giving this knowledge to his friend who has also become a disciple, and therefore he is decoding the mystery of this knowledge. And finally, he talks about the eternal law of balance, eternal law of equanimity. So this was the first 10 shlokas of the Bhagavad Gita. I will be coming back with the next set, maybe in a day or two. Till then, enjoy this and see you.